I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain.
I am Karen Sivan. I live in Chashmonaim and I made Aliyah in 2008.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Matlin. I made Aliyah 5 years ago.
I'm Sharon Ophthalmologist. I'm an ophthalmologist and I made Aliyah at the very end of 2006.
Hi, my name is Karen Brunwasser. I work for an organization that we created called the Jerusalem Season of Culture. It's an organization that seeks to promote, nurture, and celebrate the very rich, dynamic, and diverse cultural life of Jerusalem.
I'm Akiva Silton, pediatrician.
Hi, my name is Bruce Zadan, and I am in sales at a company called Panaya in Renana. Panaya is a software company which is growing at a very rapid pace.
I'm Aliza Teacher. I'm teaching 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade English in Olim.
Hi, I'm Nachum from Walls and Rose Painting. Made Aliyah with Nefesh in 2004.
I was fortunate enough to find this job in January of 2010, and I found the job through a job board website called Israel Employ. All the resources available to you, including the job board. Networking is a big key. LinkedIn is a big resource. If you go on Nefesh B'Nefesh's employment page, they have a lot of different LinkedIn groups that you should join.
Okay, so prior to making Aliyah in 2004, I was in high tech. When I made Aliyah, I decided to take the opportunity to try doing something that I really like. And I loved home improvement, and I wanted to see if I can make a career out of something, my hobby.
I realized very quickly that sending in your resume was not enough. That I needed to call the schools, I needed to bug them, I needed to say, did you get my resume? Just keep pushing, just keep plowing through, keep doing whatever it is you can do to get your name known in the school.
Used to the idea that, certainly in the beginning when you're coming out with interviewing, when you call people making connections from the United States to here, they're not going to want to interview you until you get here.
Nefesh B'Nefesh teams up with Mati. It's an organization that really helps small businesses get started. There's all types of mentoring, how to write a business plan. It really gave me a basic foundation to make it something that I felt I could do.
So when I started working, and I did start right away in 2008, everyone said, how are you going to do this in Hebrew? And the truth is I had no idea how I was going to do this in Hebrew because I didn't speak Hebrew. I spoke a very, very basic Hebrew.
So you have companies in Israel which are growing, and most of them that are successful are doing all their business, most of their business outside of the country. So you have an advantage if you have the skills and you have the language ability. Almost our entire sales and marketing department, which is about 50 people, is made up of all Olim Chadashim.
The market here is a small market, and it's always dependent upon relationships with abroad. And to the extent that you're able to position yourself as a bridge between Israel and the country that you come from, you can become very, very, I think, valuable to a number of organizations. And I think that one of the things that requires, of course, is learning Hebrew, so that then you're able to sort of interpret Israel back to the place that you're from.
I could express myself in English and they would understand me. And the other thing I found were that people were very, very patient, very, very wanting to help. And the mistakes do become funny stories, and everyone loves to hear a funny story. So.
My first experience in an Israeli school, it was terrifying. I just didn't know how or what if I make mistakes in front of the class. And after that first time, I said, oh my goodness, this is something that I can do.
I was working in Hebrew, and I now have to explain to all the women who, are all these Israeli women, and I'm here teaching them in Hebrew. That's now, my second language that I'm teaching them. So that was very challenging.
So there is an Opan, a medical Opan that I did for about a month, maybe a month and a half. It was pretty helpful, learned some terms, but being in the emergency room and Sharon said it was probably the most helpful, just working and getting yourself into it and asking a lot of questions, reading charts.
You do need to jump in, and you do need to have that I can do it attitude, but with that you will also feel people supporting you.
There's so many different things that you can do in different areas that you want to work in. So I would recommend trying to find somebody in the specific field that you're interested in and talking to them about how to get where you want to be.
Try to sort of be open and flexible to the way things are done here. I think not only will the experience be a lot less frustrating, but you'll also be able to identify opportunities for yourself much more readily.
I would be open-minded. You don't have to be so specific. Try to open up your field and figure out how you can, do what it is, your end goal, through a variety of different ways.
Aliyah is really a perfect opportunity to think about what you like and perhaps reinvent yourself and make a business out of it here.
There are more than enough jobs for all doctors in all specialties, certainly in pediatrics and in internal medicine and family medicine. They've started to increase salaries, and it's you can definitely make a very, very good living here. I'm very happy with my Aliyah and with my work.
I love what I do, and it's a great department to work in.
It's not as hard as people think, and the medicine essentially is still the same, and it's really amazing when you're having such a big life change making Aliyah that you can continue doing something you know well and something you enjoy.
You can get a job here, you will get a job here. You just have to put your mind to it, network yourself around, and it will be as successful for you as it has been for me.